Welcome to Crash Cam, where red lights are ignored, turn signals are a myth, and speed limits, well, let's just say they're more of a suggestion. Buckle up, because this car crash compilation is about to take you on a wild ride of some seriously questionable driving. A car loses control, speeding through an intersection, hitting the curb hard at full speed. The impact sends it rolling over. And here, we have a classic case of terrible timing. This car waits at the side of the road, then chooses the absolute worst moment to make a U-turn, right into a passing car.
Вот дебил, а? Вот дебил, ну...
Looks like this truck forgot what yield means. Pulls straight into traffic and bam, gets nailed by a passing car. One car goes through the intersection, sees another fail to yield, and slams on the brakes. But instead, it crashes right into a parked car.
О, блядь. Мудак, блядь. Пиздец. Придурок, блядь.
Talk about a close call. This car was cruising behind a truck when, bam, a tire pops off the truck and nearly turns into a rolling disaster. And here, we have a classic case of merge first, check later. This car pulls into the road like it owns the place, only to get introduced to a van that was already cruising by. Yes, the surprise lane change. This car on the right decides it's time to cut across without a blink, and boom, smacks right into the car minding its own business in the left lane. And here, we have a motorcycle duo trying to take a turn like they're in a race. Too much speed, not enough grip. And boom. Both of them are skidding off for an unexpected road trip. Ever tried slamming the brakes and ended up hugging a tree instead? This car hits the brakes hard, loses control, and takes a detour straight into nature's embrace. This car takes stop and go to a new level, smashing into the back of a car that's already stopped for traffic. Here's a classic U-turn fail. A car decides to make a highway U-turn without checking for traffic, and guess what? It gets smacked from a passing car. Talk about making an entrance. A black car makes a left turn from the middle lane and doesn't just clip, but rips off the bumper of an oncoming car. That's one way to make sure they remember you. Roundabouts, where yield is a suggestion, not a rule. This car skips the yielding part and gets a front row seat to a collision as another car takes the exit. This big rig is signaling its turn, but it looks like someone didn't get the memo. As the truck makes its move, the car trying to overtake ends up as the truck's uninvited passenger. Always watch for those turn signals, especially when they come with a side of heavy metal.
Ой, красота!
А кто виновата? Он, да?
Но этот поворот включал.
А она хотела перейти. Ну давай слушай. Пойдем.
Looks like someone got a little too distracted and took a detour into the oncoming lane. Cue the dramatic head-on collision.
Это как?
Не знаю. У меня регистратор записался.
A car runs a red light at a busy intersection, almost hitting pedestrians who were crossing the road, and ends up colliding with a pickup truck that was turning. Here's a pro tip. If you see a car waiting to turn left, maybe don't try to sneak past them and turn yourself. Watch as this smart driver takes a shortcut straight into disaster by crashing into an oncoming car. A car fails to brake in time and collides with a stationary vehicle that had broken down on the highway.
Dad's heard this story and he thinks he's got the code book to hack the message.
Yes.
And he says,
Ever seen a lane change go wrong? Watch as a car decides to swap lanes mid-overtake, sending the overtaking car off-road and into a spin. Watch as a car plays brake check games. When the rear bumper finally gets a gentle nudge, out pops a priest. Yeah, that's right, a priest. Ever seen a car try to audition for a stunt show? Watch this one run a red light at a crowded intersection, get hit, and perform an unexpected rollover. That is all for today.
Антоны, блядь.
Make sure you're subscribed to never miss any of my daily uploads.